I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello, viewers. Today I wanted to present you with some tips on playing the Kylie and Kendall game. I kind of got into this game because I was curious about it. I really play only console games. I don't play Candy Crush or anything like that, but I thought, hey, let me scope it out and see what the big deal is. Of course, now I'm addicted to it, but I do have some gripes about it, but I will save that for later. I just wanted to show you guys some tricks that I have learned along the way. So basically on this game, which I don't have like a capture to show you on my phone, so I'm just going to put it up to the camera, so I hope that's okay with you guys. I am currently at level 15 out of 20, which is the highest that the game goes so far. I'm sure they'll probably work on higher levels and stuff because I saw a lot of complaints about that in the App Store. But anyway, so the way you start out is basically you've just moved to Santa Monica and you're working in a salon and you happen to meet Kendall and Kylie and you guys become friends, and from that you just kind of build up your social status. There's this fake, I call it Insta Twitter because it kind of reminds me of a combination of Instagram and Twitter. So you have a feed and you have all these fake likes is what I call them. There we go. So since I'm at level 15, anything that I post, I'm getting like tens of thousands of likes so far. And that's my character with the, I really dig her hair. It's like purple at the top and then teal at the bottom. One thing I didn't know when I was first starting out, so I feel like I am was a little behind by the time that I found out about it, is anytime that you're outside, there's objects that you can click on that will throw out a little up icon, which contributes to leveling up. They'll throw out lightning, which contributes to your energy, and it'll throw out money. But I mean, only once in a while. You can't like keep tapping it and keep getting it. So here's an example. So anytime that you're outside and you haven't done it for a short while, make sure that you tap on an object. So this one here, this little red newspaper, I guess that's what it is. See, threw out an arrow. So you just click on that. And then there's a fire hydrant here. So just kind of tap and see which ones give you stuff. Usually if you see a bird or a pigeon, they give you stuff. If you see a mailbox, that's also an item that you can tap to get some things off of, so like the leveling up and the money and the energy and all of that. And another thing that you might not know, because at first I was so scared if I was in the middle of an event to go outside because I didn't want to lose my progress, but if you are in the middle of an event, you can go outside and tap on these objects so that you can get some more energy. I've read it in several articles, but I cannot stress enough that if you're in the middle of an event, don't forget about it. There's been a couple of times where I have a 4-hour event and, you know, I do all I can do with the energy that I have, and I'm like, oh, I'll go back later once my energy builds back up, because you can have the app on in the background and it'll do it for you. You don't have to keep it open the whole time. The problem that you come across is if it's a couple hours later, you're doing something and you're like, oh crap, I forgot to check on the game. And you go back in, and sometimes I've had like 30 minutes left out of a 4-hour event and I've only gotten like 2 out of the 5 stars. So it's pretty much impossible at that point to get all the way up to 5 stars because you have such limited time to build back up your energy to do that. But one thing that you can do, let me just start one so that we can get an example. And to get to your events, when you first start out, there's a lot of events to do at once that come up as an option, and you get texts from Perry, who's like your talent manager, I guess, all the time. And sometimes it'll say, you know, wait on text from Perry, but more towards the beginning, you don't have to wait on him to text you. You can click down here, the little checklist towards the bottom there that has the number by it, and it'll show you the events. It'll show you the events that you're supposed to be working on. So you see where it says text now. So if you are at a time where you have full energy and he hasn't texted you yet and you're waiting on the text, you can click text now. And even if you're higher up, once you get to a certain level, then they start charging you K-gems if you want to start an event early. So, but to me, it's not even worth it to start it early unless I'm just so bored I really want to play. But if you are, then you can always go on a date too, because dates will help you increase your follower count. And the way that I did dating was I probably went on 2 or 3 dates with one guy, and then I would just kind of go on a date here and there with different people. It's even one of the things that Kendall's character suggested was to kind of date around. So let me start an event. New text from Perry Young. Oh, no, not now. See, here's an example. It's going to charge me 33 K-gems to start an event early, so no, I'm not going to do that. K-gems are really hard to come by unless you're willing to pay for them, like if you get a package with money and the K-gems and stuff, but you earn them very slowly. I mean, I only have 329 right now, and I'm at level 15, and I've only spent like 199 of them for that hairstyle, so... Oh, that's not true. Sorry. I chatted up a contact, and I think that cost me like 60 K-gems. But still, it's really not a lot in the grand scheme of things. There is another event we can do, though. And another thing to keep in mind, too, keep tabs on where your events are, because it costs you money to go everywhere. And it's not that bad whenever you're in the LA area, like going to Malibu or Calabasas or Hollywood. It's more for when you have an event in New York and then you see that you have other events. So you want to probably do your next event and wait until your energy builds back up to do another event in New York so that you don't have to spend money to fly back and forth. But the cool thing is, whenever you go to start an event and you're not sure how long it's going to take, you'll always get the character who's running the event to tell you how long the event's going to be. So the 1 hour ones are really easy, especially if you have full energy. You can get through them really quick. It's more when you get the 4 hour and 8 hour ones. A 4 hour one can take me anywhere, and with full energy, anywhere from like an hour to 3 hours to actually do. So that's why it's important to kind of have it in the back of your mind that you're in the middle of an event. So don't start doing a 3 hour event if you're going to go to bed soon, because it's not going to be as fast as you think. Another thing, before I get into some tips if you're running low on energy and running out of time for your event to be completed, anytime that you see this little icon with the plus and the person, like at the top of the screen here, right there, you want to add a contact, because it'll help you as part of your achievements to be a collaborator with someone. So, I mean, there's no reason not to do it. They literally just stand there the whole time anyway. So, say you got in a situation where you did start an event and you're really running low on time and you totally forgot, and so you zap through your energy to try to get as much as you can, which, by the way, you should always start with the tasks that take higher energy, because you'll get more out of it. It'll make your stars go up faster than if you did 5 events of the same thing that only took 1 energy to do, if that makes sense. It's more of a quality over quantity is what I like to say. Not full right now, but if you have no energy, or say you have 2 energy and there's the task that takes 3 energy, and you know you don't want to wait 4 minutes because you're in a rush, what you can do is click on it. So say you needed 3 and you only have 2. So if you click on it the 3rd time, it's going to tell you you don't have enough energy for this. But what you can do is watch it. It'll give you an option to watch a video. So if you watch a 30-second ad, then a few seconds after the ad is over, it'll spit out an energy bolt for you. So that's one way to quickly get energy if you've already gone outside and clicked on the items and didn't get any, anything out of that, because you'll probably only get like 1 or 2 energy bolts at a time if you do that anyway, and it's time, so you can't keep going outside constantly. It's just every once in a while it'll build back up and it'll spit out like an energy bolt when you tap on stuff outside. So that's one thing that you could do to help you out if you do forget and you run out of time to complete a task, because you really want to get 5 stars on everything to get the highest follower count. The other thing, if you want to slowly earn K-gems, just go to your wardrobe and act like you're gonna buy something that is out of your K-Gem price range. It's got to be out of your price range because I don't want you to accidentally spend your K-Gems on something that you didn't want. So like this, for example, here's something that's out of my price range. I have $3.29 and it's $4.99. So I clicked OK, and it says, would you like to purchase it? So you click buy even though you don't have the money, and then it'll say, would you like to get more K-Gems? Trying to get that to focus for you guys. So where it's circled, it says get K-Gems, which would be you buying them with actual money, or you can watch a video to get 1 K-Gem, which is at the bottom. So that's one way to slowly get some built up if there's stuff that you want that costs K-Gems instead of dollars. I really haven't used them that much. I just use them to buy this hairstyle, and then anytime that I'm in a situation where you're meeting someone and it costs K-Gems to like flirt or chat or something like that to add a contact. So that's a couple of tips. So I hope that helps you guys out. Another thing that I like about this game that I think is kind of cute, I guess, is you'll get every once in a while personalized videos from Kendall and Kylie. So when I bought my first condo, like, there was a little video in my feed and they were just kind of congratulating me on my new place and stuff like that. So anyway, it's a fun game. I'm having a lot of fun dressing up my character in different outfits. It's not really... Try to buy some clothes because that's also part of your achievements. And you can see what achievements you're graded on if you go to the little checklist that we went to before. And there's a tab for goals at the very top, and achievements. Achievements is the one with the check mark. And that'll kind of show you where you are and what you will be rewarded with. So professional, that's part of adding context to your tasks that you're working on. Trending, that just has to do with your feed and how many likes you're getting and followers. Like is the amount of times that you like something of an actual friend. So that's another thing that I would recommend. And I don't have any real life friends who play this game, and I'm not going to ask any of them to play this game. I just happened to search Kendall Kylie game tips, and there was an article where a lot of people posted their username in the comments. So I went to the game center. I have an iPhone, and I pulled up their username and I just asked them, and I sent them a note and said, hey, I found your info because of the Kendall and Kylie game. And then so it automatically adds it on here if they accept you as a friend in the game center, which kind of helps you out. And you could see what they post too, and if you like it, that goes towards this specific achievement. So you also see there's accessories, tops and bottoms, so that just depends on how many clothes you buy. I don't know if it's related to the cost of the tops or bottoms. I haven't really felt like it because I'm not buying the more expensive clothing pieces because I want to save my money to buy a fake penthouse in New York. That is about it for the tips and tricks. I hope that this helped you guys. I hope you're playing the game, that you're having a lot of fun. So if I have given you any tips that are helpful at all, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time.